tough process. It's spending hours and hours in a room by yourself, telling yourself stories. It's a lonely profession. Everybody will tell you that. And there's a writer who said, I can't think who it was, he says, I don't like writing, but I like having written. And I think most writers feel that way. A novel, any kind of writing is difficult. Screenplays, magazine articles. But writing a novel is a year to a year and a half process. And there's no instant gratification. And you're spending this year and a half isolated from the world, pretty much. And then when it's done, you give it to the publisher and you do your rewrites. And you wait maybe another half a year before it's published. So if you're looking for instant gratification, this is not the game you want to. And then the critics take over and they either like it or they don't like it. So it's tough. I've written my 16th novel. Knockwood have all been well received and they've all sold well. But I give a lot of credit to people who have had ups and downs and still stick with it. My career has been charmed. It's still tough, but not as tough as a lot of people have experienced. And the writing game is becoming tougher because people are reading less, and fewer books are being published, and e-books have taken over, and the business is going through a change. But the written word is still the written word, and people still want to read.
And are there certain tropes or themes in your novels that you think are universal? If I was a guy in a hut in Venezuela, what would resonate with me about your books that people are so magnetized to?
Well, that's a good question.
That's a two-cocktail question.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what reviewers said because I can't. It's hard for the novelist to analyze his or her own. There's always a truth there. People are trying to get at the truth, and my heroes are always honest. They're honest with themselves. They're honest with other people, and it's mostly about the truth. And I write different kinds of books. I don't do genre books. If I'm writing a mystery, it's obviously the truth of who committed the crime. If I'm writing an espionage, it's the truth about what's really happening and that type of thing. I think there are universal stories, which is, the universal themes, man against nature, that type of thing, and man against himself. And I think a lot of mine have the man against himself. My heroes and heroines tend to be very strong people in a world that's not perfect. And they're not perfect either, but they are trying to live a moral life and to do the right thing. And I think people relate to that.